YouTube, welcome back to another video, man. As y'all can see, man, by the title, we got Lucy Liu breaks down 20 looks from Charlie's Angels to Kill Bill and more live and looks Vogue. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Turn on post notifications, like, comment, subscribe. And with further ado, let's get straight into the video.
Hi Vogue, this is Lucy Liu, and this is my life in looks. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. This character is Ling Wu from Ally McBeal, who became quite popular for her, I guess, honesty, her bluntness. So this is late 90s, and it was like the very narrow eyebrow and the very tight fitting clothes, very body conscious. And the clothes were sort of representing her personality, and she was just sort of all out there. I was brought on to Ally McBeal as a guest star, and I did not know anything about the show really, because I was so focused on theater. I was about to take a project that was a lead role in the theater production for regional theater, no less. And that was gonna go for 3 months. And I was like, I'm gonna take that job. And my manager was like, you will not be taking that job. You'll be taking this 8-day job as a guest star. And I was like, why would I do that when I can work for 3 months for $10 as opposed to work for 8 days for more? So stupid. I still work with Mary Ellen Mulcahy today. It's been over 30 years. And she kind of helped me see myself as more of a lead than as someone in the background. Okay. This dress was actually designed and created by Joseph Perot, who I worked with on Shanghai Noon. I was able to do that movie with Jackie Chan, who I idolized. And I was shooting in Calgary, Canada, and I was nominated for an Emmy. I remember, hearing the news when I was there, and then Joseph said that he would design the dress for me, which I was blown away by, because this guy has so much artistry, so much history. So I was thrilled, and I didn't even know what that meant, because I didn't even know what designers did. I grew up in Jackson Heights, Queens, and we had like a rainbow down the street in this mini mall. And that was elegance to me. I invited my mother as my plus one to this this Emmys award, whatever it was. I just didn't comprehend how big it was. And also, this award for Best Supporting Actress was the first award up. So I sat down, and then the whole thing was over already. And I was like, what happened? The show won for Ally McBeal, and it was just such a huge movement forward, because comedy was seen differently. Comedy was always like 30 minutes, half hour, laugh track. And so this was a longer, dedicated time that was sort of dramedy. And it was a big deal because there was also a dancing baby. And now you can do absolutely everything, but back then, the idea of a green screen and a dancing baby and working with something that wasn't there was huge. So it was a moment in time that I will never forget. It was really the beginning of my career. This is
from the fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada,
pre having a stylist. It's kind of outrageous that I was running around with practically nothing on. I was just living my best life, guys. This is a bag that I think either a friend of mine sewed or I bought off of Canal Street. I'm not even posing. It's sort of like I'm slumping. It's kind of great. I love this moment because it's so real. Clearly, what is it for? Oh, play it to the bone. Okay. This is kind of an offshoot of my own character that was kind of out there, but really my personality was like, this is kind of cool. I'm just gonna put it on. This is from Shanghai Noon. I was playing Princess Peipei. I met Joseph Perot here, who designed my Emmy dress. And you can see the detail and the team that he worked with. It was really a magnificent time for me to grow myself, because I had not really left the country that much. When I got there, I asked Jackie Chan if he would teach me some stunts. I was like, come on, guys, teach me some stuff. And his whole team was there, He's like, no, you don't get to do anything. I don't want you to get hurt. And they basically tried to teach me to juggle. I was like, why am I here with your entire stunt team? And you're trying to teach me to juggle, by the way, unsuccessful. So clearly not coordinated enough, and maybe that was their, test to see if I could actually handle knives and other things. This character actually launched me into Kill Bill. When I got the call from Quentin Tarantino, he said, I wrote this role for you. I'm really excited. I really want you to read the script when it's ready. And he said, your role as Princess Pepe, like it really moved me and it really connected me with you, and that's why I wrote this role. So Oren came from, in a strange way, from Princess Pepe. So thank you, Princess. This is a Versace dress, and it was my first time to the Oscars. Cameron, Drew, and I were presenting Best Costume, and this dress was beaded, and it was also about 1,000 pounds. So when I got home, I had like an indent in my shoulder from the weight of this dress. So this dress was really the first designer, Versace, Donatella, that I wore. It basically captures everything in this moment. I think I look slightly stunned. Well, okay, guys. This is a character, Alex Mundy from Charlie's Angels. We're undercover, and we're trying to get Cameron's character to break into this, sealed room. Very kind of payback, dominatrix-y, but also feminine and tough and funny. Most importantly, funny. For this, we did the preparation that we could. We trained 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, no big deal. I remember being there the first day for training and thinking, I got this. I'm kicking high, I'm kicking sideways. I mean, I am so flexible. And then the next day I walked in and I didn't really walk. I was like basically on my knees, crawling in because, it's not the first day that it's painful, it's the second day. And then the third day was even worse. And you know what? Before this, I didn't even have a gym membership. So the irony is that, people started putting me in all these action movies, but I had never even picked up a barbell. There are so many looks from that movie. There's that race car track move. I mean, it was like Americana with the stars and the, red, white, and blue. And I think there was something very elite about Alex. That was not originally written for someone Asian, so I wanted them to keep the last name Mundy to show that this was not something that was supposed to be, but here it is. And we're gonna serve it. Thankfully, this says Golden Globes Awards. This is a Versace dress. It's got the beading, it's got the feathers. That is my manager, Mariella Mulcahy, who I've been working with from the beginning. She believed in me before I believed in me because my parents were like, what? My mother is still, she gets it and she appreciates it. And I know that now because she gave me like an old school luggage. I mean, I'm talking about like 1960s, and it was filled with clippings that her friends had written in Chinese and sent to me, or from Chinese newspapers. And I realized that she had been saving all of these articles about me. So I think she gets it now. Come on, guys, Sex and the City. I was playing myself, and when they asked me to play me, I was like, what does that mean? What do people think of me? This whole thing actually revolved around the Hermes bag. In the rehearsal, I was using this fake bag. And then when we actually shot, like, I'm telling you, like security, people that were dressed in suits, like Men in Black. I mean, they showed up, they had a safe where this Hermes bag was that they took out and used. I was like, what is the big deal with this bag, And they had white gloves on, the whole 9 yards. And you know what? It's a big deal. Anyway, she got one, or Samantha got one and used her name, which is hilarious. Her being me, which is weird. I don't know. I'm really confused. Oren Ishii, this moment in time. Time is forever for me. This kimono was not just an ordinary kimono. They created this kimono for me. Kumiko Ogawa, she was the one who designed this kimono, and this kimono almost wasn't a kimono. Originally, Quentin wanted me to wear something very different, and he wanted me to wear this kind of communist gray with the frogs and croquettes, like Converse. When I read the script, which was so beautifully written, I mean, Quentin is really such an artist and a visionary, I saw something very different. And I just saw there was an elegance about her and a femininity that I wanted to retain. I said, why don't we take what you are known for, like your Pulp Fiction, the black ties and the white shirts and the black suits, like the simplicity of what he did. Why don't we take that and make that into something? So for the first scene that you see Oren in, she's in a black kimono with a white underneath the black kimono. And so that was representing basically Pulp Fiction. And I said, for the Snow Garden scene, why don't we reverse it and make it white on the outside and black on the inside? He was willing to say yes, and it changed the direction of how Oren was able to be received. This look and the sword and everything, I actually donated it to the Academy. So if you want to visit it, you can visit it at the Academy. This beautiful look, Ungaro, it was at the Met Ball. And here's Giambattista Valli, who actually was the designer at the time. The story behind this dress is that before I got in it, there was an issue with the zipper, so he actually had to sew me into this dress. And then we had to cut the dress off in order for me to get out of it. I mean, it's being held up by like this tiny little moment here on my neck. If that thing split, it would have been like, hello, everyone. So this was my first time at the Met Gala. And then in 2007, I went with Zac Posen, and he created this stunning, vibrant purple gown that had a train. And I remember wearing this tiara also. And I remember being there, and it was just such a huge fashion moment. And Zac was trying to like pull the dress, you know, the train out so that he really could see how beautiful it was. This is a Giambattista Valli dress. This is when he was Giambattista Valli and only Giambattista Valli. He wasn't designing for anyone else. It was a big deal. I still have this dress, actually. You're gonna see it again. I'm gonna wear it again, you guys. Watch out. Because it is so elegant and it's classic and it is beautiful. And this was for Kung Fu Panda, and I was voicing Viper, and this was in London. And I just remember it was just a huge opening. My son has seen this movie, but when he did see it, like he didn't really connect the dots necessarily, you know? But he does go around saying, you know, my mom was Viper in Kung Fu Panda. Guys, all I can say is Carolina Herrera